I want to show you how to make my favorite cinnamon roll recipe with maple frosting, just in time for the holidays and the cold winter months. We're going to start by making the dough. Refer to the recipe for the complete list of ingredients. We will need to start with yeast, water and milk, flour, sugar, salt, butter, and eggs. Heat the milk and water together until warm to touch. Pour the liquid mixture into a mixing bowl and add the yeast. Stir with a spatula until dissolved. Add the flour and salt and then attach the dough hook. Turn the mixer on the lowest setting to avoid flour flying up all over. Increase the mixer speed to medium-low and continue mixing until the dough forms a shaggy, dry texture. Stop the mixer and then scrape the sides and bottom of the bowl. Then adjust the speed back to low and add each egg one at a time, followed by the sugar as well as the vanilla bean paste. Increase the mixer speed to medium and beat for 3 minutes until the dough forms a ball. Then you're going to start adding the butter. Add 2 tablespoons at a time and mix well after each time, and continue doing until you add all of the butter. The dough will become very soft and almost batter-like. Then increase your speed to a medium speed and beat for 10 minutes until it forms a ball in the middle of the bowl. Lightly butter another mixing bowl and then pour the dough into this bowl. Cover with some plastic wrap and then leave at room temperature until almost doubled in size. This should take about an hour. Deflate the dough by bringing the sides of the dough into the middle of the bowl. Do this a couple times and then cover the bowl, place in the refrigerator for 30 minutes and repeat that process. You'll need to do this until the dough completely does not rise anymore. This should take about 2 hours. After you finish this process, cover the dough with plastic wrap, place in the fridge overnight. Now for the fun part. We're going to put together the cinnamon rolls. For the filling, you are going to need sugar as well as brown sugar, cinnamon, candied orange peel, and butter. I like to roll the dough on a piece of parchment paper, so cover your countertop with parchment paper and then lightly flour the surface so the dough doesn't stick. Then begin rolling the dough. I like to flour the rolling pin along the way to prevent any sticking. Roll the dough into a rectangle about 14 inches by 12 inches, and you can give or take a little on each side. Using the back of the spoon, spread the butter evenly over the brioche dough. In a small bowl, combine the sugars and the cinnamon. Then add the candied orange peel and just stir to incorporate the ingredients. Sprinkle half of the sugar mixture over the brioche dough. Starting at the longest side, begin rolling into a log tightly. I have an easy trick for cutting the cinnamon rolls. It's using unflavored dental floss. Using a long piece of dental floss, loop it under the dough and then twist over, and it will evenly cut the dough. Place the cinnamon rolls in a buttered baking pan. You just barely want them to touch, so you may have to move them around a little bit in the pan to adjust. Cover your baking pan with plastic wrap and then place in a warm area of your kitchen to let the cinnamon rolls rise until doubled. This will take 40 to 60 minutes. Once the cinnamon rolls have doubled in size, we're going to bake them in a preheated oven at 350. You'll bake them until golden brown, which should take 20 to 30 minutes. This will give us plenty of time to make the frosting. For the frosting, you will need butter, mascarpone cheese, maple syrup, vanilla, and powdered sugar. In a mixing bowl, beat together the butter and the mascarpone cheese until light and fluffy. Add the powdered sugar to the butter mixture and mix well. Then you're going to add in the maple syrup, add the vanilla, and continue mixing until smooth and fluffy. Once the cinnamon rolls are done baking, remove them from the oven and let sit for 5 minutes. And then frost them with that delicious maple frosting you just made.